Sims Pure Juice. I just been, I don't know what time is it, 1:20 in the morning. Woke up about an hour or two ago, went to bed early, just making another video, thinking about the Jew, the Muslim, the Christian, the Hindu, the Buddhist, the occultist, um, my global positioning satellite. What is a satellite? Um, Marjorie Taylor Greene and David Green and Mrs. Green. I used to do. We used to do Revolver with Mrs. Green and break out the secret doctrine and go to a certain spot and just listen to it, see if it had anything to, that's like I would liken that to the shadow work, of the Jungian thing. Because everywhere you go, as long as there's a little light, you got a little shadow, and it goes with you. Um, to this thing of Donald Trump. I was listening to Valhalla talk about how Donald Trump says you couldn't say anything about the Jews back in the day. But I'm not even sure if that's, Donald Trump, whatever Donald Trump is, man. This thing is freaking me out. That these people have been accusing me and shit and trying to set me up for shit. I mean, just today to say I did something that I didn't do, and then I apologize for accusing something you didn't do, and then shitting in my face of this whatever the traditions of. I see there's the Mogan David, that's what they call it, but I don't think it's a David thing. I have this David problem, and it seems that I've had this problem of, I'm not sure if it's David Davis, the Devas. I'm sure not. Day va day. That's day is part David. That whole breaking down the linguistics of the seesaw so of Sophia and hooked on phonics and the Phoenicians and the foe. The foe, is it an enemy, or is it just a faux finish, just like a little makeup lipstick on a pig? As I'm watching the different I sit here and watch the gangster stuff, watch the military stuff, watch the political stuff, the philosophical computer stuff. I don't think the mafia thing, yeah, that's everywhere and everybody's doing it, and that's the wars, and that's the bloodlines. And I'm watching other people have their watching all the discourse and all the different ideologies spinning out, watching people find their little piece of shit mountain. Like this guy right here, he live streams and he goes and he's an ambulance chaser. He goes wherever there's lights. It reminds me of, there's this black guy, and he went by the name Q when I was in the county. And every time he saw a needle, he got high. He didn't even have to prick him. He was the junkie, right? It's like I see the sirens, and it's like everybody goes running to the sirens. Everybody wants to know what it was. Those kids over there in front of Portland running around with their phones every time there was something going on. Everybody run to the work. What's going on? What's going on? I need that content. What? Where is? It's worse than the deer in the headlights, man. At least the deer's just kind of looking. You guys run to the bomb. Oh, there's a bomb. Run to it. It's so crazy till it blows up. And I was thinking of the Muslim Christian Slim thing. Slim, who's Slim? Slim Shady. Hey, Slim, get on out here. We know you're sleeping in a tent out here. You were kicked out of your house. You've been chased around for years. Hey, Slim, get up out of the tent. We need you. Where are you alive? We want to make sure you're alive. And that's the fire guys. I don't know how many years it was, 3 or 4 years ago, 2, 3 years ago. I don't know when it was. I'm going to call the cops because this sword is in the berries over here, and you put it there, and I know you did. And then have my son accuse me of the same thing, saying, "Well, you burned the records." Well, I did burn some stuff around here. I wish I hadn't burned half of the shit, like some of the pictures that I had come across. This is when they first fucking started ripping my mind and my heart, my body, and everything apart to find out. That's back in the day when I burned some of that stuff. I didn't know, and none of these children really had my DNA, or I was a beard for somebody else's family, and now they want me to be a lawnmower boy and sleep in a shed and take the brunt of their projectors because they project this shit onto you. And said, no, you did it to yourself. When I didn't know about any of this shit, man, about the Talmud, the mood of the Tao, of the owl. And Rosicrucians, and I can see really cool at night sometimes, man. I've been thinking, I've been doing a lot of my own work, and I was, as far as on myself, alchemy, whatever, and trying to figure out what the fuck is going on here. You mean to tell me that this Jeffrey Epstein, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and Errol Musk, and Bill Gates, and Applebite, and Commodore 64s and VIC 20s, a VIC Tim, you're a Vic and a Tim, you're a victim, and it's all in the linguistics and it's the large language models, and they're hacking it. What are they really hacking when they're talking about the different kind of people? Because I'm sitting there looking at Valhalla. I know he's a certain kind of person. Then you got, I mean, with the red hair, you got the darker red hair of like the Koreshis, and then you got the red hair with the blue eyes. You got the red hair, green. My mom had green eyes. Then you have the laboratory of the black Labradors, the black labs, where you're making white men into black men and trying to make me a slave through Freemasonry, Jackin and Boaz and Fez hats. And I used to have reoccurring dreams of Fez hats when I was a kid, man. And well, I don't want to get into this too much. I'm trying to fucking really, I'm just still going, what the fuck am I in this El Shaddai? Because I'm in a shed I made for my motorcycle, let alone the tool shed that I slept at Mario's house, chased everywhere. And you're going to tell me that some Kanye West and Johnny Depp says nobody's safe now. And who's Marjorie Taylor Greene? She's Maggie. Well, who is Jesus? Why the fuck are you still doing this shit to me? Oh, because you are exactly what, you know, satanic ritual abuse. John Todd, he told you about it. The backward masking in the music. I see that. I listen to the music. I post the shit up every day. Geezer Butler had one about Inspector 27, which I've been doing, whatever the fuck that means. And that was five directional, um, that whole flight 370, 27 miles, five directions to meet this fucking thing. It's everywhere in everything of that you're doing here, as you do aid and assist 370. No, aid and assist. Was it 370? Yes. And then that's the, for the trial for if you're mental health, if you can go to court. I beat the aid and assist 370. Was it 370? Yeah, aid and assist 370. There's Malaysian flight 370, and that's where they disappeared those fucking people. You write it into the music. It is a cult. It is, well, it's Uranus and your Neptunes and Peter and whoever these people are, Peter Thiel, whoever it might be, man, and some sodomite, that's not jewelry. That's Sodom and Gomorrah, dude. There's a different place for that. I don't know if that's my last view. Are the Jews of Israel, are they going to be are you just gay, and then you want to make tranny trap the skinny legs? We talked about that earlier. That's a whole nother breed. I got the black guy. I got the Sikh or the Indian, whoever it might be, Punjab, that fucking race. The guys with the goatees, I call those their little dick suckers, the little vagina with teeth. And then you have the South Americans, whoever they might be. And then you have it fucking to run the farm. And then you have the officiators and the officials of the pharmacists, which is the cops and the fire department and the city councils that treat us all like farm animals, man. I'm not sure how deep and how far it rolls, but I know from Seattle to San Diego, and it goes all the way up into British Columbia. And if we want to get into Q and Quebec and Beck and go Becky Teppy and Baalbek and Glenn Beck has nothing to do with any of that shit, and he wants to look like the architect and he has the goatee, well, we know I want to put an apple in his mouth and shove a rod up his ass and let the fucking Polynesians eat him just for fucking shits and giggles, because I'm still trying to say it's the Jew, it's the juice, it's the Sims pure juice, and that's Simpson, that's Yiddish. jewelry and bouncers, but I'm not into pimpery or popery. But I'm connected with my, the whole thing, the fabric of everything. And I've been so many years and so many discourses and dialogues that I've tried to have with, I'm just trying, what is the Jew that says he's a Jew, but is not? He's that big old fucking chomo from Nickelodeon's. Well, that's what that is. That's not nothing to do with me. I'm still held captivity on U.S. soil. And the president of the United States has known about me, this one, the one previous, and the one previous to that. The United Nations knows who I am. Modi knows who I am. Vladimir Putin knows who I am. Prince of Saudi Arabia. And I heard the thing. I watched the thing on your goddamn Neom thing. I'm glad that that kind of fell apart. I don't know if you could see that. That the Wahhabist Muslim, the Sunni Muslim, that whole thing's being wiped out like it should be. Because that's what got started. That's what that crane on September 11th. And then there was a building after I made that cutlass sword out of a galvanized nail, made a black cube and started fucking around with chaos. My sir, I saw it before, and then you started fucking with me. And you've been fucking with me ever since. And I don't like it. I don't think this is appropriate whatsoever. And I still say that that fucking Kaaba, that cube in Saudi Arabia is one of the problems. I really do. And I'm not sure if it's those people, what the construct is, the idea of that left-hand path. It's like NASCAR, just fucking around, swirling like a fucking toilet, dude. And I don't, Jew, Muslim, Christian, Hindu, Buddhist, to me, you're all the same. You're all under this fucking thing, dude. And you just want to fucking, you want to enslave me still to this date. I'm just trying to get the fuck free from this place without becoming what the fuck you are. I don't want to do Shawshank Redemption. I should never have to see Ganesh Sabanathan or watch him drink another fucking Mike's Hard Lemonade ever again. The prostitution, the idea that I was stolen and fucking given like fucking the Dark Knight. My parents were killed. You gave me to a fucking thing of Bane, of Dick McBain and Jared Urbane and fucking Nick. No, not Nick. What's that fucking guy's name? Randy. No, what's his fucking name? Up at Wolf Creek. What was that fucker's name, man? Anyways, these fucking merry pranksters and these fucking queers and child molesters, man. That ain't me, dude. And you're still, I'm not going to be incarcerated. That's what I'm saying. The idea that you're going to call the cops on me because somebody put a goddamn sword in a goddamn Blackberries or some stupid shit like that when I'm dealing with fucking Snoop Dogg, P. Diddy, Jay-Z, the Boulay Society, the Black Gorilla family, the Aryan Brotherhood, the Mexican Mafia, the U.S. military prison industrial complex. God, oh fucking mighty, man. For how many fucking videos and plasma screens? For rims and flat screen TVs. Oh, this fucking place is fucking infuriating me, man. And all I'm doing is using my voice. And, like I said, I got run over by cars. I dodged buses. I fucking starved, man. I did the fucking Anne Frank. And you're still trying to play Frankenstein with me here, Steven Taylor, Dennis Arnold, and the rest of you motherfuckers. Joey Trudeau, whoever the fuck you motherfuckers are, Lodge 11, Freemasons, uh, Golden Dawn, fucking Christians, Muslims, Jews, Punjabs, and fucking George Galloway and fucking Pink Floyd and those fucking maggots of Antifa. I like plumbing. I like civilization. I like liberty. And the fucking fact that you fucking homosexual fucking deviant out of mine since I got here have been trying to steal my whatever and convert me to this fucking, you don't like heterosexual males. That's Anthony Quinn from the Midas Touch. I hate that motherfucker. I don't like Anthony Quinn and people like Anthony Quinn. But I still like my son. If he be my son or not my son, the fact that I want that, what the fuck you motherfuckers is doing here is pissing me off. And so much that, from the Splinter and the Ninja Turtles and stupid motherfuckers with goatees, you still want to mock me and say I'm your fucking dog? I have your head chopped off. That's all I can say, man, to be honest. And I'm gonna run out. Well, this fucking thing, I had only 15 minutes on this motherfucker. And I'll just, it's like the Centurion.